All right, well, I heard from a couple of people on Discord that the Fibble on October 10th was interesting. So I don't even have to jump in a time machine. Fibble, the site just lets you go to the calendar and pick a previous day. So I went to October 10th, and here we go. If you're not familiar with Fibble, this is like Wordle, but on every row, one of the clues is a lie. And they're starting us with renal. Um, I like to assume the greens and yellows are true, and then we can have a lie from one of the grays. We could just do, I don't know, we could do an A. Let's do ratch. I don't know. That's the first word that came to mind. Okay, well, one of the R's is a lie, so we know the gray A's are true, and I've got something in my eye. All right. Uh, so the H at the end is interesting. If we want to do, could we do something like this with an S or something, or oh, I was gonna say a P. We could do Ralph, but we know there's no A. If we want to do the H at the end, that's gonna be tricky because we don't. Well, we could do a C, but then we can't do the R. So let's do this. Let's do the C. Let's do pouch. I think that'll work. Okay. Well, one of the H's is a lie, so we know there's no C. We could also do TH, but again, there would be no R. TH could work. The T would be the lie in ratch. We would need to have, oh, and the R would be the lie in renal. We would need to have a, oh, the H is the lie. So yeah, so then we have to have, oh, we have to have PU. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. So I don't think we can do TH. And H at the end is tricky if you don't have like an S, a T, a C. We could do SH, but again, if we do the H at all, then we have to have P and we have to have the U be true. So it'd have to be this. Man, GH? I don't think the H is gonna work. And so if the H is the lie in ratch, then, well, it's also not gonna work because if we don't do the T, then we'd have to have an R if we're doing the H. So that's not gonna work. Okay, so if you have an H at the end, then this is true, and you'd have to have an R or a T. And if you have an R, yeah, well, I mean, we could do an R somewhere else, and then it would still be the lie in ratch, and then it would also be the lie in renal. Something like this. But then you've got to get the U in there. Yeah, okay, I don't think there's going to be an H. So, we've got P, we've got a U potentially, and then we need new letters. Man, putty. Putty with a D isn't a word. It's gonna be putty with a T. Wow, why am I not thinking of anything that is even a word here? Oh well, we could do the double P. Pumps. Oh, but there's no lie in pouch. Oh, okay. Yeah. Because if we're saying the H isn't in there, then we could do the U here though. Then what would come after the P? We can't do PR. We can't do PL. We could do PH actually. The H could be the lie twice. But then we're back to the U being true. No. Okay, so PI? Or the P could be the lie. I don't know. How about Guppy? If we do the P as the lie, that works. Okay. Okay. Interesting. So we didn't get any contradictions from that. So, is there something else like this? Suppy? No. Okay, so if we want those to be true, is there something else this way? No, there's not. So I don't think. Huh. So I don't think the UPY can be true. So, is there something else with the U and the Y in new letters? Fuzzy or buzzy. I mean, fuzzy would work if the P were the lie twice. Man. Let's go for it. Fuzzy. Wow. Yeah, so we had the green R was a lie, the green H was a lie, the green P was, all the greens were lies. And it's, we're so conditioned from Wordle to want to use those green letters that it's hard to, you got to almost force yourself to say, no, that could be a lie. Oh, man. And then we had the P twice, which is tricky. Yeah. All right. Well, interesting one. Fuzzy as an answer. Yeah, with the double Z. But got there in 4, so I don't feel too bad about that. So let me know if you did this one the other day, how it went for you, or if you went back on the site and did this one, how it went for you. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more.